So we're just about to go now, Jackie. Okay.
I think we're live, John.
There we go. So very welcome, John Donnelly from Your Holistic Academy, and I'm here today with Jacqui Taaffe, life coach and a great friend and a friend of Your Holistic Academy. Jacqui, very good to talk to you today. How are you today?
Oh, John, it's great to be here, you and me live, huh?
It sure is, yeah, it sure is. And what I wanted to do to talk to you today, Jacqui, was about your coaching journey. Jacqui Taaffe Coaching, that's your business, yeah?
JT Coaching is what I call it. And you'll find me at jacqui.taaffe.com, but you'll find I'm on every platform at the minute. Yeah. So, and I do have to say, I love my feed. My feed is thought-provoking. So I suggest people pop in and read some of the posts. It always gives you something to kind of pause, think about, and reflect upon.
Yeah. And one of the ones I read actually this morning, Jacqui, was about confidence. And you say, I didn't change. I didn't become more confident. I just became an authority on myself.
I love
that's
fabulous. Like that?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Well, I became an authority on myself because, you know, we can look outside of ourselves to get lots of things, and we can look outside to get this, to get that. When we have it.
Yeah. And how
we
did
have
you...
it all within. It's around us recognizing, working on that to bring that out. It's within us.
How did you discover that for yourself, Jacqui?
Oh, wow. I have just gone on this amazing journey of self-discovery, self-development. I have a curiosity, and I just want to know more. And separate to want to know more, I want to understand better.
Yeah.
And when I understand better, I get it.
Yeah.
And when you get it, then that's where your power shifts. And that's when you start to see things very, very differently. I mean, more than ever, right now, people need support and help to manage their thinking, to manage their mindset, to manage the worry and the anxiety that they're under. And I mean, I would talk a lot about the stories and the thoughts, you know, that we tell ourselves. And we have, right? Well, here's the news. We have, they say, between 60 and 80,000 thoughts per day. But new studies are showing it's 6,000 thoughts per day. But just think about that for a minute. 6,000 thoughts per day coming at you.
Yeah.
Now, that's incredible. So what if you started to pick the ones you wanted? And I would talk around a lot around you. You know, you cannot stop the flow of thoughts. Thoughts are thoughts. You can see them, watch them, let them pass, the ones that don't work for you. But what you can do is choose ones that are going to work for you, that are going to empower you, and what's more, are going to inspire you and move you forward. And that in itself is a game changer and a life changer. And I have, each and every one of us has that power within us. So I love what I do. Yeah. I just love what I do, and I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
And I love to get more information. I love to learn more every day. And because it helps me.
Brilliant. Yeah, I love that about choosing your own thoughts and choosing the ones that serve you. And so you have to obviously slow down. How do you slow down so that you can actually observe them, or sort of, because I think people are just too much in a hurry all the time. They don't actually, not actually aware that their thoughts are taking them in the wrong direction. And
yeah, well, you need, you know, it is around us being deliberate. Being deliberate and making a decision that we're actually going to give ourselves a few minutes, a few moments, space and silence, because we've got so much coming at us.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a case whereby you get up in the morning, the first thing that you put on is the TV, or the first thing that you put on is the radio, what's not being allowed for there is a space for silence. And I love in the morning when I wake up to have space and silence. Yeah. And I would be quite deliberate in what's coming in first. What is the first thoughts that are coming to me? And when you practice this and you make a deliberate effort to do it every day, you'll start to notice your thoughts that starts to come in. And if mine aren't working for me, in other words, if I wake up and the first thing I say, oh, I can hear the rain outside there, I switch that.
Yeah.
And I switch that to thoughts that's going to motivate me and empower me. And I would spend probably the first hour reflecting, going round. I'm doing stuff, but I'm reflecting. It's a space for silence. It's a space for thought. And it's a space too for me to set intentions for the day. So what is it that I want to do today?
Yeah.
What is it that I could do for myself today? And what else is it that I could do for someone else?
Yeah.
That really shifts your mindset.
Yeah.
Sure. Really, because you're setting intentions for yourself and you're taking control of your day rather than the day taking control of you. And it is around choice and it is around control. And we have that power within us every day, every second, every moment. And it's all the other distractions that we get swallowed up in. And I would suggest that you start to take deliberate control of that because it is life-changing.
Yeah, brilliant, Jacqui. And you stated in your website that you're passionate about coaching. So where did that passion come from? Were you inspired by other coaches, or how did that happen?
That came from me being trained as a coach and getting information that was mind-blowing for me.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Yeah.
Totally transformed me. Just changed everything. Yeah. How I saw things, how I do things, everything. And in that moment, I knew I had to share that with other people.
Yeah.
And if I can sit with somebody and make a difference to them, and they can leave me and feel different and feel more empowered and feel inspired to do what they want to do, well, then I have done what I'm meant to do. And that's what I'm meant to do. I'm simply meant to help people. And it's not about volume, it's about making that significant difference one at a time. And then it's like a ripple effect. And I love it because that goes out.
Brilliant, yeah. So your coaching style, if you like, if you've your own individual style of coaching. So you just sit with somebody and you, how does that process work? How does that?
Well, each of us have our own unique styles. So not one of us are the same.
Yeah.
We all come with our own unique styles, and it's basically like it's one-to-one consultations I do at the moment. I am developing a program, getting it ready to go out, and hopefully that'll come more apparent in November, December time. And I have a book launch coming in February, which is incredible. And but that one-to-one consultation process is really, John, there's no other way to describe it other than it's magic.
Yeah.
As in something transformational happens within that conversation, within that moment, within that time. And coaching to explain or express as something, my best description can say is, if you want to experience coaching, it's like swimming. You've got to get in the water and get into it to get a sense and feeling of it. And when you experience it, then you know what it is. Yeah. And it is magical.
Yeah.
It is transformational. And it is one of the best tools anybody can have to develop better mental health habits and better well-being. And it's not something you lose. When you get it, you've got it.
Yeah.
And you bring it with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So it's not like this constant come back, come back, come back. It is around empowering, giving you the tools and going.
Yeah.
Because you've got it all anyway. Yeah. And this is what I love. Like you come perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant, Jacqui. And tell us, in terms of the current situation, I mean, you got to do your coaching now across Zoom or across, but is there a difference between that and what you used to do, like just sitting down with a cup of coffee with people? How do you sort of, do you find, is there a difference or is it the same thing?
No, there's no difference, because the difference only comes in when you make there's a difference. Yeah. So there wasn't a difference.
Yeah.
And like I had done both I had done either one over a coffee, one-to-one, but I had already done online, and it just works the same. It still is magical for the client.
Yeah.
So I feel, you know, with the transition of people maybe into working at home and stuff, when you tell yourself a story that it's different, well, then you're putting in a block.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
So
course.
think
Yeah.
about that. So,
That's
whereby if we
yeah.
just go with it,
Yeah.
we may
Yeah.
not meet any challenges, but if we look for a
Yeah.
challenge,
You're going to
well,
find one.
sure enough, one will come up.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Brilliant.
So no, it hasn't affected the quality. It works the same. It's magical. So I can work with anybody in the world,
Yeah.
just the way you and I are today.
Yeah. And that's the great opportunity, isn't it, as well, Jackie, that you can reach out to people all over the world now. So it takes away a lot of barriers. So again, it's all around the mindset, isn't it? And then talking about the energy, I mean, you are you more kinesthetic or visual, or do you feel, or
Oh, John, do I everything? Do I everything, John? John, I feel, I sense, I
yeah,
see in images. Like I know, I'm highly intuitive.
yeah,
This is something I've always had. But many years ago, these sort of conversations weren't that commonplace. So maybe not encouraged, but I have always had this. And since I've stood into it and really owned it, it gets stronger, it becomes stronger. So I just know, I know.
yeah,
And what I very clear to me is I see, and it's wonderful, I see in images.
yeah,
So I get images would come to me, and it's lovely because then you can create them and
yeah,
take them from here and put them out.
yeah,
And that in itself is quite powerful,
yeah,
because people are going around with wonderful ideas in their head, wonderful images,
yeah,
and they just need to come, sit, and allow it to come out.
yeah, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, I love it, Jackie. I love it. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your book, Jackie.
Well, John, I'm a bit stunned, really. I find this hard to believe now. I find it hard to believe that I'm actually saying it, and
Yeah,
that it's here, and that it's happening, and there it is. And it is incredible, and it's magic, and it's due out on the 18th of February,
yeah,
2021, spring, when new life, new beginnings, new starts. I thought that was a beautiful time
yeah,
to publish it.
yeah,
And it's a story, a very personal story. The more I reflect on this piece, the more I look at it. This isn't just a book. It is a book from the heart. It's a piece of me, actually. It's a piece of my soul that I'm sharing. It's got journal entries. I've gone and written poems.
yeah,
So I love them.
yeah,
So that's all I can say. I
yeah.
love them.
Brilliant.
It's journal entries, it's reflections, and it's based on a traumatic life event that happened to me 36 years ago, last Friday.
Yeah,
And it's my journey and how I managed it, and reflections within it. And my wish for anybody who will read it is that they may get something from it. They indeed, if they had a traumatic life event, see themselves maybe in some of it.
yeah,
But for anybody who's challenged in life, there's an incredible toolkit within it. And this
yeah,
toolkit's adaptable for everyone.
yeah,
So there's invaluable information in here. And if you use it and apply it, you'll change your life. And
brilliant, Jackie.
I love it. I love it. And the cover of the book in itself is soulful and is heart, because the front page is my personal soul art painting, which
Yeah,
I got commissioned by a dear friend, Breda Marin, and she did that for me. I set an intention and she created it. So from the very first thing you see and touch, from beginning to end, is a little piece of me. And look, I'm doing it. I can't believe it. And I've got the
Yeah,
likes of yourself, John, and wonderful people around me supporting me. And
yeah.
I don't know, it's happening.
Brilliant. Yeah, I love the title, Jacqui, Inspire, Heal, and Empower. And you mentioned the word intention there. So the intention behind the book is absolutely amazing. And it is to inspire people, to heal people, and to empower people, which is a very powerful intention. And that's your sort of your passion now. Is because you've gone through that journey yourself, and now you want to share that with other people. Yeah.
Well, it was just like this. It's everybody has their own unique path, and that story is only part of my stories, right? Part of many stories. But what became very apparent to me was my insights and reflections on it. I could either have just let them go and never spoke about this again, or I could share it. And I think it's far more valuable to be shared, and maybe it will help someone. If it helps someone, it will have done what it was intended to do.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't my story really anymore. It had to be shared. And when your 13-year-old daughter, and she's beautiful, my little girl,
Yeah.
tells me last Friday, well, Mum, I think your message could help so many. I think you should share it. When I asked her, well, what do you think?
Yeah.
What would you, and when you have somebody so wise turns around and says that to you, it was in that moment then I went and did the live video.
That is beautiful. Beautiful, Jacqui.
It was actually, and I asked her would she write it down, because she's so wise.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love I went back to your website. I read one of your statements. I'm a very proud mom. I have great friends, one of which is my husband. I'm an animal lover. I love music, dancing, and gardening. So I thought that was just wow. You just, I mean, you love life, Jacqui. You just love life. Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that, but I do. I love all those things. I am a good John. I am a good cook. I make a mean Indian, and we made a fab dish yesterday. Actually, we did a broccoli bake, and it was fab. And I love the garden, love nature, adore music. I used to dance, and I love dancing, and I love life. And I'm very lucky to have the family, the husband I have, and the daughter I have. I adore my dogs. You can see I do post them up on social media. They're beautiful. And and I'm very fortunate. I'm surrounded by incredible people. Some of them from yourself, John, some from the Outstanding Network, and surrounded by incredible people who support me, empower me, lift me. And
Well, we met
I'm
on
blessed.
we met on the Outstanding Network, Jacqui, and then
We did.
and then we got together with the Your Holistic Academy. So those are two projects that are very close to my heart as well, Jacqui. And I'm absolutely delighted that I got the opportunity to work with you on both of those. So we're actually working together on both on the Outstanding Network with Pat and on the Your Holistic Academy. And those are two very, very special projects, very dear to my heart and yours, I believe.
Yeah. And the intentions around them and the integrity around them, Pat, or John, is so important, isn't it? And they're all aligned. You know, the purpose is to help support and empower. So it's here's my word again. It is indeed incredible. And you know, like your Holistic Academy, your idea, and bringing all the practitioners together and stuff, that's wonderful as well, that we're all together. We're a community and a community to support one another. And this is only a start, so it's brilliant.
So our tagline, Jacqui, is stronger together. And like, I mean, I guess that would be my belief is we are all connected. We are all the same. We're all the same energy. We're all on the same journey, really. How would you, I mean, you talked about the heart, coming from the heart earlier. What does that mean to you? Coming from the heart.
That's true. That's your true space. So
True.
that's your intuition. So like when you know instinctively something's right, and you hear people saying all the time, it's right.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do. That's right. That's right. That's the heart space speaking
Yeah.
to you, telling
Yeah.
you, go with it, go with it, go with it.
Yeah.
Now, it's not, doesn't mean that it's not going to unnerve you or inertly go, oh, but if you
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
and go with it, and instinctively,
Yeah.
intuitively, and we know that, each and every one of us know that, and it's
Yeah.
about tapping into that and following that space.
Brilliant, Jacqui. Yeah. So following your heart and trusting in life, Jacqui, and trusting in what life is going to. I mean, life doesn't always hand you maybe exactly what you want, but maybe it hands you what you need.
Look, life is life. Life will bring challenges. It's how we manage those challenges. And if we look at these challenges as lessons and something to take from,
Yeah.
and sometimes, it's not the right time, so it's directing you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Take it as that and trust. You'll be brought in the right direction.
Yeah.
It is around that trust piece.
Yeah. Would you describe yourself as a lifelong learner, or would you're constantly learning and learning new lessons all the time? Yeah?
I'll never be done, John. And what's more is I'm curious. I want to know more, and I want to understand more. So if something gets me to pause and think and say, I need to think about, right, well, why now? And then I go off, right? Think, why is that? I need to know. I need to understand better. And we can get a ream of information and a ream of exercises and pamphlets, and we can read and read and read and read and read. But until we understand and get a deep understanding of what it is that what we're reading,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's when transformation occurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is getting that understanding, and then when you get it, applying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you see it in application, and then you go, this works.
Yeah.
So back to that thought process again, as in, it sounds right. Well, you need to look at your thoughts, you need to pick. But if you actually deliberately practice that, get an understanding, and actually you'll see it, you'll feel it, because you'll start be deliberate in your thoughts and your choosing of them, positive thoughts to think. It works.
Yeah.
It's actually, I'm not going to, will I say incredible again?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Jacqui, what type of clients that come to Jacqui Taaffe Coaching, what type of clients do you have? Who do you look for?
I just love people. I mean, there's when a person sits in front of me, they don't sit in front of me with their career, with a business, they sit with me as a human being. Yeah. And with that encapsulates everything, and we go from there.
Yeah.
And that's why I love the life coaching, because it's any change, any shift filters through all elements of your life.
Yeah.
So I just see the person. it really doesn't matter who's sitting in front. That's irrelevant to me.
Brilliant, Jacqui. I love your passion for it. It's just shining through all the time. So how can people get in touch with you, Jacqui, then?
So you'll get me on every social media platform, I think. I think I'm on all of them. Please check out my feeds. I love my feeds. My feeds are inspiring. They will get you to think and to pause and reflect, because that's what I'm meant to do, is to get you to start to think. And you'll find the website at jacqui.taaffe.com.
Yeah, brilliant, Jacqui. I read another one of your posts earlier. When it comes to competition, who is your competition? You are. I love that.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You are your own competition. Yeah. If you put all your attention on being the best that you can be and compete with yourself, everything else will come to you. Your success will come to you, whether it's in your business or in your personal life. But if you make it your business to be the best of who you can be and work towards that, the rest automatically falls into place.
Brilliant, Jacqui. Yeah.
Yeah, I do love that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. So listen, Jacqui, your book is coming out on the 18th of February, and it's called Inspire, Heal, and Empower. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Please pre-order.
I ordered my copy this morning, Jackie, before I come on. So listen, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up this Facebook Live now, and guys, reach out to Jackie, have a look at all our Facebook and all our social media. And Jackie, can you put the link then to your book launch on as whenever we post this up on Facebook, and then we'll post it up as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
We can link it all up. Jackie, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I love the conversation, and delighted to get the opportunity again to work with you in your Holistic Academy. We're going to be doing many projects together, and I know it's a great community that we're building there. So I'm delighted to have you a part of that as well, Jackie. Yeah.
John, I want to thank you. You're an absolute gentleman. It was lovely. It was your wonderful lessons that drew me in to become a member of your Holistic Academy. I love it. I love the ethos behind it, the integrity, all that it is. And I'm excited to see where we're going on this one.
Yeah, me too, Jackie. It's going to be a super journey. So we're gonna leave it there, Jackie. And thank you again so much. And we'll talk very soon. Yeah.
Okay, John, and everybody else have an incredible Friday.